if you're employed, or if you want to do a higher education course. So my colleagues will give a brief introduction about themselves, their role, and also the courses that they can offer, and then we'll answer some hopefully some really good live questions tonight. So I'll kick off. My name's Nick Tyson. I'm one of the vice principals in Coleg Cambria. My area of provision is directly engineering, construction, digital and IT. My team tends to operate, the provision tends to operate over two main sites, which is Deeside and Bersham. And we offer a variety of part-time, day release courses, evening classes, higher education classes, apprenticeships within those sectors. So I'll come back to myself in a minute because I want to introduce my colleagues. So I'll go to Dawn first, if you don't mind, Dawn.
Hi, good evening. So my area is health, holistics, care therapies that encompasses childcare, beauty therapy, hairdressing. So we don't really have any HE programs at the moment, but what we do have are part-time courses for professionals at level 4 who want to do things like needling, skin needling, it can be chemical peeling. We do run a part-time course on a Monday all day, which is for level 4 advanced beauty therapy, which is mostly business management, looking at how you run your business, giving you ideas to hopefully kickstart a business if that's what you want. Okay.
Thanks, Dawn. In terms of the sites we offer that, is it across all the sites or?
The level 4 at the moment is only at Deeside, but I'm sure it will be rolled out to Yale when they've got their new provision up and running.
Okay, thank you, Dawn. Elia, can I come to you next?
Yeah, diolch, Nick. Yeah, my name's Eilir. I'm responsible. Dwi'n gyfrifol am gydlynu cyrsiau yn y gweithle ac yn y gymuned. I work in the Welsh department and I coordinate courses for the workplace mainly, and that could be the private sector or the public sector. The work with the public sector we do is with the police and the NHS and the councils and the DWP and the ambulance service and the fire service and so forth. And I also help with coordinating community courses, and those community courses are held over Denbighshire, Flintshire and Wrexham too. So they could be in the actual community, in the village hall, or they could be in one of the college campuses. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Elia. Obviously, we're a really strong Welsh college and passionate about the Welsh language. In terms of our course offer, Elia, do we offer a lot in terms of the Welsh language?
I'm only responsible for the Welsh for adults side of things, but the college do have to they do offer Welsh courses, and they do offer they cover all areas of the Welsh Language Act in their in what they offer for Welsh learners as well. So if somebody is learning through the medium of Welsh in high school now, when they come to Coleg Cambria, there is no reason for them to change, and they can stick to doing the courses that they're doing through the medium of Welsh while they're here at Coleg Cambria.
And the same, obviously, for the adult education side, we have support mechanisms through the medium of Welsh, if they so wish.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Okay, Elia. I think maybe we'll come back again later on in terms of the offer on community courses, if you don't mind. That'd be really useful, because obviously it's a key area for the college. The courses we offer to support our local communities, really important. Thanks, Elia. Diolch. Okay, one of the newest members of Coleg Cambria to the team, Stephen. Can I hand over to you?
Diolch, Nick. Noswaith da, everybody. Good evening. I'm Stephen Peacock. I'm Vice Principal for Academic Studies at Coleg Cambria. I look after the A-level provision, HE, and access to HE. And for adult education, we have a wide range of subjects and course types, which hopefully would be appropriate to all kinds of learning needs. For part-time courses, I look after the language provision. So we have evening and day classes in introductory and conversational French and Spanish at both Yale and Deeside sites. And for access to HE, I think one of my colleagues on the screen will talk a little bit more about those. So I'll pause on that one. For HE, we have a huge range of exciting courses on health and social care subjects, engineering, business, computing, law, teacher training, and many more. And we offer foundation degrees, bachelor's, BSc, with a lot of high-profile university partners in the country, including Swansea, Bangor, Liverpool, John Moores, Aberystwyth, and Wrexham University. I'll pause there. Thank you very much.
Great, that's great, Stephen. And in terms of the HE offer that we have in the college, a really important side to what we provide the local community. We work obviously a lot with industry on the HE side. Is that I know there's other areas of provision, but is that the main focus for us?
Yes, I think especially in terms of engineering, we work with some high-profile companies in local industries, and we have courses on aeronautical and manufacturing engineering, alongside construction that we also run, and we're very keen to link up with businesses and companies in the local area, exploring with those employers the skills gaps that are out there to meet local needs in terms of the employment landscape.
Okay, and one further question: as a relatively new member of Coleg Cambria, the team, Stephen, it is important that our learners, especially our adult and part-time learners, feel comfortable coming to college, because it's a major step coming into a college for some people. How have you found the college from that side of it?
It's extremely welcoming. I've been welcomed by all the different teams in the college, and made to feel a central team player very quickly. Everybody is very friendly, and everybody offers help and support. So yes, as someone who's coming in from further afield, it's been an extremely positive experience, and I'd certainly recommend it to anybody. Okay,
that's really good to hear, Stephen. Thanks. And yeah, it is a great college. It's really welcoming, as you say. Yeah, and like ourselves on tonight, we're all pretty welcoming, happy people. So okay, thanks, Stephen. Right, Vicky, we'll as our head of apprenticeships and part-time courses and everything else, Vicky.
Noswaith dda pawb. Good evening, everybody. Vicky Barwis, East Pennaeth, Vice Principal, and my remit is, as Nick says, apprenticeships, professional development courses. So that could be marketing, HR, leadership and management, health and safety. Run out of our business school in Norfolk, but also across all our other campuses as well, to make sure everyone can get to where they need to, and also a selection of hybrid and online courses for when life means you don't want to travel. Also in my area, responsible for a lot of funding. So if anyone's looking for funding towards a part-time course, it would normally need to be something that will boost your career to get funding for it. Then my team can support you with that as well, and we can answer questions this evening on how you can access that funding.
Okay, Vicky, you mentioned online courses, Vicky. Obviously, since COVID, as a college, we've made a lot of inroads into delivery for, particularly for adults and part-time in online. Could you just give a couple of examples of how we do that?
Right. So if you were, for example, doing one of our accountancy or our HR courses, there are options for some of our workshops to be blended so that you can join online, which obviously when life is a little bit busy and you can't travel half an hour to come and do a course, that saves you some time, but you're still getting that same valuable teaching. If you're an apprentice with us and you're doing something through your employer, some of your sessions with your work-based learning practitioner could be done through Zoom calls or through Google Meets, just to help you be a bit more efficient with your time and to save you that journey time of coming in to see us where we don't need to. But that doesn't mean we don't still enjoy that face-to-face learning where our learners can get together and bounce ideas off each other and just complain about having to do an assignment together. So we still get that nice approach where learners get to meet and network with each other, but also we try and save you as much time as possible.
Yeah, that's brilliant to hear, Vicky, and a truly blended approach to suit the individuals really, and the courses is what you're offering there. And you mentioned the word funding. That's in some cases financial support for learners as well. We'll probably come back to that, Vicky.
Definitely.
Yeah, later on, because people do like to hear that. Ella, did you want to come back in at all? Sorry.
Yeah, Nick, you mentioned you were talking about virtual lessons there, and I was just thinking, thanks to COVID, a lot of our lessons, not all our lessons have gone online, but a lot have gone online, and we're teaching Welsh now to people who not only live in Wales and all over Wales. We're teaching the Welsh to people who live in the far parts of Europe, in Russia, in Germany, in Denmark, in France, and people in the USA as well. And there are people attending Welsh lessons from the USA with staff from Coleg Cambria on a weekly basis. So you can learn Welsh in the classroom, like Vicky mentioned. You can have a tutor-led lesson in the classroom and meet your fellow students, or you can learn Welsh now at home in your slippers if you'd like to.
Brilliant, thanks, Elliot. And such an important skill, in terms of the sectors we're talking about tonight, especially if you're looking to reskill or looking to come to college to upskill to get that next job. The fact that we can support the Welsh language is brilliant, isn't it? So yeah, great, thanks, Elliot. And all over the world as well, teaching. That's brilliant. I didn't even know that. So that's good. Okay, moving on. Angela, can I bring you in, please? Thank you.
Hi, my name's Angela Jones, and I'm a lecturer in the sports department over at the Deeside site. In respect of adult education courses, we almost offer two strands, really. We've got the sports side of things and the fitness element. In respect of sport, we run a HE program, which is our foundation degree in sports coaching, which runs on our Deeside site. That is a full-time program, and that is run in partnership with Liverpool John Moores University. The course runs over 2 days, so it still enables our learners to work alongside that and, conduct any family commitments that they may have, making the courses more manageable, really, in the modern world. We then have our part-time fitness provision, which again, all of these courses run at Deeside site. And we've got 4 programs that we currently offer, which are all YMCA programs. The first one that we run is the level 2 gym instructor course, which is run currently on a Tuesday evening. It's a blended style of delivery again, where we have one evening of face-to-face, and then there's an hour and a half online sessions, which is flexible. Some of the sessions are recorded and students can pick those up at a time that suits them. And that course specifically trains people to go into the industry and work in a gym environment, and deliver some classes. We then have our YMCA level 3 personal trainer qualification. This is a diploma, so it runs on a Thursday day. It's a bigger qualification. And that is the next step really from the level 2 gym, and it enables people to go in and personal train, really set themselves up in industry, and freelance. Then we have our level 3 performance massage qualification, which currently runs on a Wednesday evening. Again, that's blended approach to delivery. So our Wednesday evening is face-to-face. And again, there's an hour and a half of flexible learning that learners complete alongside that. And again, that sort of offers learners another string to their bow, really, if they're in the fitness industry, because they've got something else that they can offer clients, or they may just go into massage specifically. And then finally, we've got our level 3 exercise referral qualification, and again, that's not currently running this year. However, that trains learners to work in exercise referral and support clients who have conditions such as arthritis, osteoporosis, diabetes, hypertension, and focuses really on all the things you need to know, safety points, and how you work with those clients in an exercise and gym-based environment. So really useful qualification to have. 3 of our part-time courses currently have PLA funding, so it's Welsh Government funding. So they are free currently, and we would hope that they would that funding would continue going forward into next year. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Angela. Really interesting the courses that you offer. You mentioned PLA again. PLA for people who don't know is personal learning account. We'll come back to Vicky on that. She's the expert in PLA and the opportunities there. But some really exciting. You mentioned levels as well, Angela. It's some of our part-time learners who are on tonight, or prospective learners, may not understand levels, but I take it just means based on prerequisites, on what you've maybe studied before, in terms of what level you would come in at.
Yeah, so the level 2 gym instructor is the sort of lowest qualification. It's the first qualification that you have to obtain to go and work in a gym. You can't enter at level 3 personal trainer. You have to do your level 2 beforehand with that one. The performance massage is a little bit different because you enter at level 3 for that. There is no level 2 qualification. So it is a little bit different depending on the qualifications. The exercise referral qualification, which again is level 3, you do have to have your level 2 gym instructor to be able to do that.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, right. I'm gonna rush us on a bit because we've got some questions to get through. So, Sadie, can I come to you next?
Yeah, diolch, Nick. That's Darrell. So yeah, my name's Sadie Thackerberry. I'm based over in the Northup site. So I'm curriculum lead for our FE courses for animal care, and also program lead for our HND, which is our higher education course within animal management. If we're looking at adult learning, we definitely do have some more mature learners on our FE courses, but typically that would cater more for our school leavers as such. So we then look at maybe more of the HE provision. So we do not fall underneath the bracket, the really good plethora of universities that Steve was mentioning before, where kind of a standalone provision underneath Pearson, so that's our regulatory body, and we're equivalent to a foundation degree. So that's really what we're thinking about when people say HND. Sometimes people are not really aware of what levels, like you were saying before, Nick, and Angela, you were talking about levels. So it's a level 4 and a level 5 study course. The HND is quite a hands-on practical course as well. So we really do accommodate for maybe students that have been out of academia for some time, or they're more kinesthetic students. And especially if you think about our sector, we have more hands-on students as well as providing what they might need to go on to do a top-up at level 6. Within the courses that we also have at Northup, we have our dog grooming courses. So those are part-time courses at level 2 and at level 3 to gain accreditation for that industry. And we also have our brand new vet nursing qualification at level 3, which falls underneath work-based learning. So that would qualify you to become a registered vet nurse too. So everything animal basically sits here at Northup, unless it's more agriculture, and then it's over at least. But we've got a nice growing provision when we're looking at our adult courses. That's
great, Sadie, as well. And importantly, most of our courses that we offer at the higher levels and the lower levels is a mix of hands-on and theory. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think that's a real strength, isn't it, to all of our courses across the sectors, that we can cater for individuals that way.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you, Sadie. Thanks for that. Dean, you're next.
Yeah, good evening. So my name is Dean Nolan. I work in the adult learning team as the adult learning liaison officer, and we offer essential skills courses across our college sites in Deeside and Yale, and also in the community venues. So our courses are English, Maths and IT, and their actual titles are Communications, Application of Number and Digital Literacy, respectively. So these are for entry-level learners looking to achieve up to a level 2 qualification, and this will possibly open up doors for them in terms of career prospects or allow them to go into further education. And that's I'm keeping it brief. Obviously, we want to move on for the questions, but yeah, that's a brief outline.
Yeah, brilliant, Dean, and such an important area to give people confidence. Application of number, digital literacy courses. Yeah, potentially to move on. Would you say?
Yes, yeah, definitely, and I should say they're all fully funded as well. So,
yeah, great. Thank you, Dean. Elaine, can I come to you? Last but not least.
Hi, Noswetha. So I'm Helene Ram. I work in Access to HE. So we only deal in adults. We do exactly what it says on the tin. It is access to higher education. So we have over 200 learners over at Yale and Deeside site. Our students do the equivalent of 3 A levels in a year. They come to us either with a few GCSEs, either some work-based learning qualifications that they've got from working in a care home, some MVQs. They may have done some basic skills courses if they left school with nothing. In order to come on an access course, you need to be 19 plus and have been out of education. It's very much designed for adult learners returning to education. The majority of our learners are parents, mothers. So we offer a full-time daytime course that is a Monday to Thursday, 9:30 to 2:30 to fit around the school day. We also offer blended courses that run one long day, 9:15 to 6:30. And in that day, you get 50% of the teaching, and the other 50% is done online via videos and other resources that we put up there for you to do, interactive quizzes, that sort of thing. So we offer access to HE in healthcare, which is the majority of what we provide. And 98% of our learners go on to take up a place at university on a fully funded NHS bursary course. The Access course is fully funded by the Welsh Government, so it's completely free. We also offer childcare, fully funded childcare places for the nursery.
Fantastic. That offer of people can leave their children in the nursery while studying is a great opportunity as well. And 98% progression to university, did you say? Wow, that's brilliant. So
and we really think we should sing and dance a bit more about this at Access, and we always feel a bit hard done by when the A-level hoo-ha comes around, and we're like, yes, but 98% of our learners go to university too.
And sorry, Helen, sorry to interrupt, but giving people another opportunity, isn't it? That's what it's about.
Yes.
So brilliant. Right. So we have got a list of questions, everyone, that we need to get to. Before we do, I better say a bit about my area. Engineering, construction, IT. We offer night classes, day release classes in all the trades in construction. That's plumbing, electrical, plastering, painting and decorating, carpentry and joinery. Hopefully I've covered everything there. And in engineering, obviously we offer day release courses, evening classes, motor vehicle, fabrication and welding, automation, robotics, a vast array. They're all there on our website if people do want to have a look. All our part-time courses, the courses that Vicky offers through Cambria for Business, and the likes of our HE courses that we've spoken to tonight. So, right, I'll kick off importantly with everyone's questions. So, first question, and I'll aim it at Dean, maybe. Is it too late to apply for the course in Coleg Cambria, Dean?
So our courses are quite unique, where they roll on, roll off throughout the academic year. So for our courses specifically, people can still apply, and it's very much centered around individualized learning. So people are assessed when we come onto a course, and then we'll see what their level of need is, and the tutor will deliver work essentially for them based on their level. So we're not a traditional classroom setting. Courses and classes are up to 12 people, and like I say, it will be delivered at their level. So it won't be a case of they'll need to catch up to everybody else. We'll just deliver the material appropriate to them.
Okay, thank you, Dean. And the same question to Helene. Is it too late to apply? Is there more courses due to run soon?
Absolutely. So Access, we do a two start. So we have a start date in January. So we have blended healthcare and social science and humanities courses that both start in January and a September start. Okay. And applications will be open to them until Christmas, really, until December.
Okay, brilliant. And Angela, did you want to add anything there for your courses?
Our courses have started, and it is unfortunately too late to join for this academic year, but we are taking applications for September.
Okay, thank you, Angela. Okay, the next question that's come through tonight is, I'll go to Vicky. What type of courses do we run part-time, Vicky, for maybe the community and maybe for business?
Well, we'll start for business, so we can run courses that link specifically to business. So we call them work-based courses. So that might be undertaking a qualification within your workplace to help you progress, or it might be coming into college to do a course to help you upskill to get to the next level of your role. We have part-time courses in the business school or run by colleagues in the business school in things like leadership and management, accountancy, HR, marketing, health and safety, those professional areas that will, again, help you develop your career. And I know other colleagues in our virtual room tonight will also have more community courses that are sort of more the leisure and pleasure that just you want to do for a bit of fun, not because you want to, move up in your chosen career. You just want to try something new. We have lots of those courses as well. So on our website, cambria.ac.uk, you can see a full list of all our part-time courses and which site they're on and when they start and how you can apply for them. All very easy.
You're right, Vicky, and the banner www.cambria.ac.uk is on the bottom for people to see. In terms of our facilities, and I'll bring you in a minute, Dean. Our facilities, Vicky, industry standard, world class, would you say?
Absolutely. So whether you're, our classroom standards are second to none. But I think if you look around some of our industry facilities, be that engineering, construction, hair and beauty, if you live in the Wrexham area, you'll be seeing our new care and therapies building go up. You'll already have seen our new Havard block go up. Maybe you've tried the restaurant there and you want to try a catering course to improve your skills since you've eaten there. But I think, an our Llysfasi site with its new buildings going on there with the Centre of Excellence for our agriculture provision. And then obviously Northup, some amazing facilities up there as well. So I think always worth it on our open evenings, and we can give you the dates at the end, to come along and have a look at those facilities if you're unsure what to do, because that may make your mind up and there'll be people there for you to ask specific questions to.
Brilliant, Vicky. Thanks. Dean, did you want to come in from a supporting the community?
Yeah, just an extension really of what I was saying in my introduction. So with the community courses, as well as the maths, English and digital literacy or IT courses, we do have some bespoke, almost like more soft skills or stepping stone courses, such as a Cook, Save and Learn course, just where it's embedding some English and maths into the curriculum or into the course, but in a much more, let's say, relaxed environment. And yeah, just also, as Vicky said, with the open evenings, people can check out the part-time perspectives to see our other, like more leisure courses, like less professional courses.
Oh, thank you, Dean. Elliot, I'll come to you. We touched on Welsh courses. What do we offer, and how much would it cost somebody to do a Welsh course, Elliot?
If the course is a work-based course, then the course is free, and some of your, if it's a work-based course, you're also learning during work time, and therefore you're getting paid to attend. If it's a community course, then it would be £45 for a year, and it doesn't matter if that course is 2 hours a week or if it's 6 hours a week, or there are some courses we've got now that was at 12 hours a week. Where, I beg your pardon, 12 hours a week with people, doing 3 mornings a week, and even those courses are £45 a year as well. And as people who face hardship, we also can give assistance with the costs like childcare, exam fees, resources, and travel costs in those courses.
Okay, brilliant. So we offer the full array of courses. We'd all say. Dawn, did you want to add anything at all?
Yes, please. We have a level 4 peeling course starting. They're only 12 weeks long. And I do know historically that Vicky's area has supplied some funding for that. Obviously, there's a criteria to meet. They're only short courses. They were VTCT because the industry is moving more legislative in the next year or two, where people will have to have that route of a level 2, a level 3, up to level 4 and beyond if they want to do sort of more advanced aesthetic courses as well. With the business course, it does tend to be a full day advanced beauty therapy, but we can offer it to hairdressing as well. And there are a few beauty units in there, but they're easy to access if they've done a level 3 at hairdressing as well.
Okay, thanks, Dawn. Okay. If the questions are coming in now thick and fast, if I wanted to do a course, how would I apply for that course? Dean, I'll come back to you if you don't mind. How would I apply for the course?
There's 2 main channels really. One would be through our website. So because our courses are roll and roll off, on the website you can fill in a inquiry form where you put in your details, and then we'll give you a call back, usually within one working day. And the other one would be directly to me. So we've got a Skills for Adults email address inbox, which should be coming up. It's just gone at the bottom of the screen. Skills for Adults at cambria.ac.uk. If somebody shoots a message there, if they let me know, I'll be the one picking it up. So if they let me know what we're interested in, I'll respond.
Okay. And Vicky, if I'm employed, how would I contact you or the Cambria for Business team? Or
well, we would always start with contacting the Cambria for Business team, which is employers@cambria.ac.uk. If it's not an appropriate employer inquiry, they'll pass you on to the personal learning accounts team. As Dean said, you can apply through the website as well for your personal learning account, and the personal learning account team will help you through the process. Obviously, with any funded program, there's always a bit of paperwork involved, even if it's digital. But we help you through that process and help you get onto the course that you want.
Thanks, Vicky. And Helene, from a access point of view, how would I do it?
You simply apply on the website. It's clearly labelled January start, September start, full-time, blended. We also do a fully online course. So they're all clearly labelled and which site they're on, either Yale or Deeside. And once you apply, we'll give you a ring and just talk through where you want to go, what you're hoping to achieve, and make sure you're on the right place.
Okay, thank you, Helene. Okay, just looking at the next question coming through. What's the length of lessons and when are they held? I suppose, how do we deliver? You know, what's the length of the lessons that we deliver? You know, and what are our methods of delivery for somebody who wants to study part-time, be it in the community or be it employed, be it from an upskilling point of view? So how do we deliver our lessons? What's the sort of length? Stephen, could you maybe come in on that one?
Yeah, that would depend on the course that was chosen. For example, if you were to take up the opportunity to learn a new language with French and Spanish, then it would be for 3 hours in the evening or 3 hours in the afternoon. If you were doing and by the way, you can for HE you can have a full-time course, part-time. You can do it blended. You could even do it on day release for certain courses. So it would depend on the subject and course, but it would be between an hour and half a day for some of the courses. And those would be in the classroom, in the workshop for some of the subjects, and we ensure that you have breaks and that the sessions are fully interactive as well.
Brilliant. Thanks, Stephen. I think if I can come in myself on my own courses, a mix, like you say, practical, hour and a half lessons, workshop lessons, maybe 3 hours, plus work required, you know, if you're employed, work required outside of college. Not a great deal, because we recognise, you know, it's important, the family life as well, but there would be. I think Helene or Angela mentioned MVQs. That's the competence side of, you know, proof of our courses, but yeah, we do try and build our lessons around time in college to allow family life. So a question has come in on that. How do we fit in around family life? Sadie, do you want to try and answer that question?
Yeah, so going back to your part-time, when we're looking at students, so my course is a 5-day-a-week course. However, they're only on campus with us 3 days a week if we're looking at full-time. For part-time students, then we look at 1.5 days. So when we're trying to decide what days, we try and work with the student, because they could have other commitments outside of what course it is that they want to study. So it's always that balance. And I think, you know, we have to be really considerate with people coming onto our courses that might want to upskill or progress or completely change industry in some cases. And while we're, you know, living through such a difficult time with things like cost of living crisis. So we try to think about what we're delivering to them in sessions, in the way that if we have those interactive moments, we're looking at maybe building towards student choice and to their assessments. So we find it really key that all of our assessments we've written in-house to really think about the students' progression into industry, which can be incredibly vast for animal management. So we try our best to support, like you said, Nick, as well. You know, the time that they're having to do outside is to be minimal as possible, while still affording them that full higher education experience, because there's a lot of reading and there's a lot of study to do it at higher education, no matter how you package it up. But it's about that support level. And I think here at Coleg Cambria, we are absolutely on board with the support that we need to give our students. And we always have really, really high satisfaction rates when you're looking at things like student survey as well, for that support and the rapport with our students.
Brilliant, thanks, Sadie. Angela, can I bring you in there as well around family? There's a few of us on tonight who try and frequent the gym, in terms of our well-being. So how do you do that in terms of fitting around people's family life?
Yeah, so similar to what others have said, really, our part-time provision, depending on the programme, may run just over an evening a week or one day a week. So that enables our learners to even work full-time alongside completion of the programme, and obviously conduct, you know, family life hopefully as normally as they can. And then I mentioned it earlier, the online sessions that we do are quite flexible. So we do encourage that learners connect for the designated session. But if they can't, the session is pre-recorded and they can pick the session up, you know, at a time that's suitable for them, and complete the learning activities and submit the tasks online.
Okay, brilliant, Angela. Yeah, we've got questions. We do welcome more questions. If anyone's online, do send us your questions. So we can hopefully, we've got experience from all areas tonight, so hopefully we can answer them. Okay. Sadie mentioned cost of living. It is a challenge for a lot of our students at the moment. If I don't have access to a computer at home, you know, for various reasons, how can I do my work? Dawn, could you answer that one?
I mean, they can come into the college and use a learning zone if they wanted to, but if they come into college and maybe the course is on a different site, you know, maybe they could have a blended learning experience that way. They can go to local centres, maybe, where they can have the hardware that they need, or the learning zone do loan out you know, packages for
Chromebooks.
students to take away.
Yeah.
So Chromebooks they can take away. I think they have to loan them out and then bring them in every so often. It couldn't be for a full year, just so we'd have eyes on it to make sure it was still okay.
And Dean, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, so similar to what Dawn said about loaning the Chromebooks, but actually some of our courses, the tutor will actually take, if it's appropriate for the course material, the tutor will take the Chromebooks with them as well. So we've got a number of Chromebooks allocated to our department. So for the digital literacy IT courses, we'll take Chromebooks to the venue, so people don't need to bring them along. So there's definitely, it bridges that gap there, definitely.
Okay, thanks, Dean. So the support's there, the hardware is there, software's there for part-time students. Yeah, it's basically all there. I think everyone would agree. Okay. Here's a really good question that I'll ask Helene to answer if you don't mind. I'm worried about keeping on top of my assignment work. Is there someone in the college who can help with that?
Yeah, I mean, we're all quite experienced in Access, and our learners are obviously, they've all returned to education. The average age of our learner is anything from 19 to 50. So some of them have been out of education for quite some time. So obviously we support them. The first assignments are managed in such a way to support their learning, but there is a whole raft of learning support that we offer. So quite often our students will be supported by the student support team. sometimes with particular difficulties with dyslexia, dyspraxia, ADHD, those type of things, that they can get support. We also provide sometimes the learners, because they're adults and they have a whole raft of things. As you get older, you know, the life sometimes is not so good. So we also offer counselling support, emotional support, resilience coaching, all that type of thing. It's not just about getting you through the qualification. We want you to be a whole and healthy person by the time you finish the qualification as well, so that you're really prepared for university and you know, becoming whatever it is your dream to become.
Brilliant. Sadie, do you want to add anything to that support? So it is a big thing for people to come back to college, especially if they haven't been in education for a while. So
massively so. So I've had students previously that have not been in education for 18 years, but they'd had the qualifications or industry experience to be able to gain access straight away onto the higher education course. But within our program, we do an hour a week of study skills. So while we try and blend it next to our animal-based learning, it's very much thinking about, well, how do I write a report? How do I create a graph or analyze numbers? So it's really providing all of those skills for the students. Sorry, my light's just gone off because I've been sat still for too long. To really consider how that they're going to then progress those skills onto their actual assessment and get the grades that they want. But like has just been mentioned, it's not just about the certificate at the end, it's about that full-rounded education. And we also provide tutorials each week. Within that, I do a series of lessons where we look at resilience building and look at how we can access opportunities for networking in the industry as well, to get our students out to either higher education still plus, so that's level 6 and above. Some of our students have gone on to do masters, and also to get out into industry. So it's really important, that support.
Brilliant, thanks. And I know, just to add, in my own area, we've built in a lot of online tutorials to allow people in their own time to link up with lecturers, with teachers, for support. So that really good support. Really good to hear that. Okay, a lot of our courses in community for the industry, where do they lead to? Vicky, do you want to come in on that? You know, have we got any examples of where they could lead to?
Well, I think, you know, they could lead anywhere really. So we offer, you know, from very low levels up to level 6. So we have students that do come in at the lower levels and maybe have worked with Dean's team first to improve their maths and English and digital literacy skills, in order to feel confident going on to an apprenticeship, and then building up to go through some of either a higher apprenticeship or some of our higher education provision. So we do see what we try to offer at Coleg Cambria is that progression for as far as you want to go. So if you just want to come in and do up to level 2 because that's all you need, then we support you with that. But we will also then support you with having that provision in place to take you all the way up to degree level in a number of areas, and particularly those areas that support our local economy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Sadie, did you want to come back?
No, I'd finished my point there, Nick.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Stephen, did you want to come in at all on that question, where they lead to, maybe access courses?
Yes, well, access courses are designed for people to then progress into university, and then from there, the learner may decide to move on to a master's or PhD level, or into a career. And for our higher level learners, level 4 and 5 and 6, who are doing our degree courses, then again, it's with plenty of experience with local industries and the different subjects. It could take you wherever you'd like to go.
Yeah, brilliant. And Helene, just quickly, just to add to that, anything?
very, very quickly, I'll try and be very brief. So Access is specifically designed to get you into university. So we have excellent relationships with Bangor, Glyndŵr, Chester University, Aberystwyth, Manchester Met and Liverpool. So our students for last year, paramedics, midwifery, adult nursing, children's nursing, teaching, social work, occupational therapy, psychology. We had a student a few years ago went on to do Chinese studies, languages, all the vast array of
Brilliant. Yeah,
HE out there.
Yeah, fantastic. And again, just to add to, there's a question come up. I'll come to that. I'll come to Elia, if you don't mind, Elia, in a minute. In my own area, it's mainly if you want to get some sort of promotion in the workplace, we have a vast array of courses to help upskill to allow for that personal development. Yeah, the questions just come in live. Can you tell me about Welsh courses coming up? Are we offering any Welsh courses coming up?
Yeah, well, the ultimate question. Thanks for the question. Well, we deliver courses across all levels, from absolute beginners courses to proficiency courses, where people who speak Welsh need to practice speaking Welsh and getting more confidence in speaking and writing Welsh. We have a roll-on, roll-off courses, where some courses come to an end halfway through the year and start again. But we also have new courses starting in January. New absolute beginners courses starting in January, plus the other courses. Some other courses that have come to an end, and then they'll continue on another level. What else did I want to say? It
was a question from Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for the question. Can they submit work in the written work through the medium of Welsh? Our assignment work?
Yeah, what I was just talking about now was just the Welsh Battles as a second language there. But if you're a student within the college, you can submit your work through the medium of Welsh.
Brilliant. Thanks, Elia. Hopefully we've answered Sarah's question there. Okay. In terms of, I'll come to Vicky now, if you don't mind, Vicky, because we're getting close to the end of this brilliant session. Funding, is there funding available, Vicky, for part-time courses?
There is funding available for some part-time courses. So if you're wanting to do a course and your employer supports you to deliver that course, and it's linked to the role that you have now or one you want to get, then there can be funding available for your employer for you to do that course fully funded. If you're doing it as an individual because you want to develop yourself and develop your career, the Welsh Government have something called personal learning accounts. It does have some eligibility. So you'll see the PLA banner going across the bottom now. You do have to live in Wales to access it. And for the majority of courses, you do need to be earning under the salary cap, which is 30,600 at the moment. But again, if you either email the banner that's on the bottom of the screen at the moment, or you go onto the personal learning account site on our Coleg Cambria website, then you can get all the details of eligibility, so you can see whether you'd be eligible for funding.
Brilliant. Thanks, Vicky. And I would just emulate, if anyone's got any questions about that, please do contact Vicky or the Cambria for Business team. I want to be an apprentice, Vicky. Can I be one? Is there any age?
Yes, Nick, you could be an apprentice as well. There's no age restrictions in Wales on being an apprentice, but it has to be linked to the job role you're in. There are some eligibility requirements around how long you've been in your present role, but in the majority of cases, we would be able to find something suitable. We would work with you and your employer to look at what is the most suitable work-based route for you. Whether you work in a food manufacturing company, in a cafe, in an engineering works, we're here to help and support and to give that advice and guidance.
Okay, Vicky, I'm sorry to pick on you, Vicky, with these question. So personal learning account, it does have eligibility criteria for some of the courses. Yeah, but others it doesn't.
Yeah, so if you're wanting to do one of the ones on the green list, so they're supporting green skills, or if you're wanting to do some on the personal learning accounts digital list, then they have no eligibility requirements for the salary cap, but you do still need to live in Wales and be employed. So you would need to meet those criteria. But the PLA team are there to support anyone that wants to get the head. We don't expect anyone to be a funding expert. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. And I take it, watch this space. Our marketing team, our comms team will be promoting that within the next few weeks, if not the new year. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you, Vicky. Well, I think that's all the questions that we've had tonight. It's been a really good session. I do thank everyone. Just one final ask is, has anyone got anything else they'd like to say tonight whilst we're on this live stream? Elliot, go on.
Yeah, sorry, Nick. There was one other thing I wanted to mention about the Welsh courses. If you're interested in Welsh courses, please go to Learn Cymraeg. I'll ask Kev to share that at the bottom. Learn Cymraeg at cambria.ac.uk. Email that email address, or go to learnwelsh.cymru, that website, and look at the drop down menu for courses, and then select North East Wales. Diolch.
Diolch, Elliot. Any points anyone wants to raise? Sadie?
Yeah, just a quick one from me. People typically overlook the HND because it doesn't sound as fancy maybe as a foundation degree, but it's certainly not one to be overlooked. We've got an incredible team here at Northup that teach upon it from a wide range of experience. We've all got different interests. We've got over 100 species of animals that the students will be working hands-on with, from doing behavioural experiments to things like health checking. And from last year's cohort, while we might have been small, we were mighty, and we've got all of them either into level 6 education or into industry. 100% success rate from last year.
Wow, brilliant. That's a good way to end, isn't it? And also what a fantastic environment it is up in Northup to learn. Okay, thanks everyone. Just a final couple of points. As everyone hopefully who's followed us tonight, who's tuned in through the various social media, we offer an array of part-time skills for adults, HE, Cambria for business, apprenticeships, PLA. I think I've covered everything, Vicky. And importantly, if you do want to come and see us, we do have open evenings in Deeside on the 6th of March, in Llysfasi on the 9th of March, and in Yale and in Bersham Road, where I personally look after engineering construction. It's the 13th of March. So do look at our website. Do come and see us. Do come and see the people online tonight. Have a good chat with them. And yeah, croeso everyone, and nos da. Goodbye and thanks everyone.